Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you guys are. It is Sunday, November 30th, and I am here at home. I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to sit down to answer some questions from my last video of me going on the road for a week with my trainer, my training engineer. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you were able to be home, or if you were alone or on the road, just grateful to be alive. I did. My daughters and we made food here at the house, and we ate our Thanksgiving right over here. So this week has been a little busy. Monday I took completely off. And then Tuesday, I did some Walmart Spark. Good exercise. Yeah. And let's see what else. I did Wednesday, did Uber. And then Thursday was Thanksgiving. I spent, the day here with the girls, and just really, my younger daughter and we got up and watched the Macy's Day Parade. We saw Santa. Santa's in town. And then the three of us, we sat and ate, and then I rested for a little bit, and then I went out and did some Uber. Here in San Antonio, we're Military City, USA, so we have 3 military bases, and a lot of the kids on the base, they're here in town. They're pretty much stuck here. So, they, were out going to I took them to the movies, took them to wherever there was a restaurant that was open. So I did really well that night. So yeah, I worked Friday. I did Uber on Friday, and I did Uber yesterday, and I just a little this morning. I've been trying to take care of some stuff here at the house before I go out again. I guess you can say like some honeydew list. Our refrigerator was acting up, and so I got a hold of my landlord, and he suggested opening the bottom and vacuuming underneath it. And I would share pictures with you, but it is really embarrassing. I didn't know that. It was pretty bad. So I got under there and vacuumed it really well. So we'll see if that works. Just little things, around the house. But yeah, the girls did a good job of keeping up with things. My younger daughter straightened up before I got home. They took care of the groceries, anything they needed. They stepped up to the plate, and I'm really proud of them for holding down the fort. Animals were good. Just very, very good. Very, very nice. I got to go to yoga class here at the where I would normally go to yoga at the gym. I also did my yoga practice here at the house, and just getting back in within myself. So yeah, it was a good week, a very good productive week. So with Schneider, we do the 2 weeks orientation. The 2 weeks of training, and then the third week on, with your TE. And so you do get paid. It's $500 a week for the training period. So with this week off, I'm not going to get anything coming in next week because we get paid a week after. So it was perfect that I was able to do gig work this past week, and I got to get my rent paid. I paid, some other bills that were needing paid. Just want to be able to go on to the next part of, the journey with no worries. Make sure my girls are good, the animals are good, everything. We have heat, we have everything we need here. So the girls will have groceries, internet, phone, everything's good to go. So I'm blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, very grateful, very blessed here. All right, so I have the questions open from the last video, and we'll just go ahead and dive in, why don't we? I really like this question. It was from at Neptune 8, and basically covered everything. It said, so what was week 3 like? There's like 3 questions on this one, so I'll just answer all of them. So week 3 was, that's the week we go with Schneider with our training engineer, our TE, they call him. It was very good. She was a lot younger than myself, but I highly respected her. She very knowledgeable. I think she'd been driving, I want to say, for 4 years. You know, I pretty much get along with anybody. You know, we just mind each other's spaces, and you know, small talk here and there. So let's see. It went by really fast, super fast. Like, you're getting up and going to sleep, and it's, you know, it's just go, go, go. It says, it looks like you meet up with a trainer and then do a bunch of loads for a week. So my trainer with Schneider, she is on a dedicated Costco account, I guess in more here in Texas, and she also does Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. So I guess you can kind of say just like in this area. And but that was just my trainer. So other classmates that I was there with, like my roommate, she was in North Carolina. Like, you're just gonna go wherever your trainer has loads, like whatever their job is, that's where you're gonna go that week. So with the Costco account, I can tell you that they hustle, like especially before the holidays. Like, they are just back and forth to wherever they're gonna go back to a Costco. So big time hustle. I respect it, and I don't know. I really dig it. I don't know if I would want to do it, but I think that's a great hustle. It says, was there any overnight driving, or was it all kind of scheduled out for you? She didn't drive overnight, and it was, so I guess they sent the loads, I want to say the night before, because then you got to we did our trip planning the night before. So they're already scheduled for you. Like, you know that your load is going to have to be delivered at the Costco like at 5 a.m. So you want to go ahead, like the way hers worked, we would already go get the load from the Dallas distribution warehouse, and then it was early enough to where we would be at the Costco at the next city by like 8 p.m. So then we would spend the night there at the Costco parking lot, and then deliver it by like whatever the time was, like at 5, or I think when it was like 5:45. So we would wake up, go wash up and stuff, and then do our pre-trip and all the good things. And she, you know, I backed to the trailer once, and she was backing it too, back into the dock there at the Costco. So yeah, we did no overnight driving. We were literally done usually like super early, so we would get a good amount of sleep with that Costco dedicated account. What did you learn from them? So for my TE, her name is Ty. She taught me the small maneuvers technique when backing into a space. That's basically the biggest thing I learned from her. Other stuff I have already learned either in truck driving school, or, you know, the Schneider way when we were doing training. Like in training, when we're doing like the coupling, when you're reversing to the trailer, you want to stop, get out, and make sure that your trailer has enough clearance. And if you got to raise it, or lower it to where it's like you can see like the plate is, you know, kind of, I don't know, you can kind of see it from the trailer. So, you know, that's how, and then we get back in and push it underneath, and we don't have to raise or lower it. But like those kind of things we learned in trucker training, which is, you know, the Schneider way. It's like each step you stop and you take your time. Or when you're coupled, you know, all the little things that you do afterward. But my TE, she taught me the small maneuvers, which I had never heard of small maneuvers. And so with small maneuvers, you're kind of, when you're backing into a spot, say you're at a 45-degree, you're gonna look where you need your trailer to go, right? And if you wanted to go left, you go to the right. So say you needed to go left, you're gonna see where you need to go, and then you're gonna do a small little bit, let it go, and then get back underneath your trailer so you're straight with your trailer. Look back, see where you need to go. Say if you needed to go more left again, you're gonna go to your right. So after each maneuver, you stop and you check like where you are, where you need to be. And that really helped me tremendously, and I can't wait to try it again. It worked for me, and I don't know, maybe that might work for somebody else. But that was basically, and also she was, okay, this is another thing. I from her energy, for her being young, I got a lot of confidence from her. She was very confident, you know, like at the truck stops and things like that. And I felt her confidence, and I feel like, you know, I just was channeling that confidence. Let's see, what's the process like and comes afterwards? Okay, so that's a great question. So as of now, okay, so when you are with your TE, you have to make progression from when you get with them onto the end of the week. You know, and if you have any questions, but like the biggest thing is they want to see that you've progressed throughout the week. And she was just telling me, you know, that she doesn't feel comfortable signing a paper. She's not going to sign it. And I totally 100% agree with her. Like, I wanted to pass this because I knew what I was doing. You know, with, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to pass it with, how do you say? I don't know, like, with what I could show her that I could do, and confidence and all that good stuff. That, and over the week, I feel like I demonstrated that from the beginning of the week. I mean, the beginning of the week, you guys, like, okay, the first night that I was trying, we had, it was when we were going to Kansas. I ended up, she drove most of the way. She's like, I don't let my students drive, you know, right away a lot, because I know y'all are just, you know, getting used to it. And I was so grateful for that. But when we got to, I think it was like maybe like 2 hours from the Costco, it was my turn and it was nighttime. I was holding the steering wheel like this. Like I was, because it was nighttime and I hadn't really driven that length of, that amount of time or length. And so I was like in the mirrors, making sure my trailer was behind me. I mean, it was a lot. And I wasn't really physically tired, but like emotionally, like just, it was a lot going on. I was making it a lot. So, you know, we talked about it, and she's, you know, she made me feel comfortable. Like if your truck and your trailer are connected right, and your truck is in the lane, you are good. Like, be confident in your, you know, your trailer's behind you, and, you know, yes, check your mirrors. But like, I was like a bobblehead. I was so freaked out. But by the second night, I was more comfortable. You know, I was like, all right, the trailer's fine. It looks good. You know, I was checking it, but I wasn't, and, you know, my fingers weren't hurting for gripping the steering wheel. I was more comfortable. And then I was watching her, you know, she was just really confident and comfortable behind the wheel. So like the third and fourth, fifth nights, I was good. I was a pro. I was an old pro behind the steering wheel. And thankfully, because it, it was when I was driving in the rain and stuff like that, I felt fine. So yes, yeah, you have to make sure that you're progressing. So afterward now, if your TE feels like, all right, you're ready, you're good, then they sign you off. What happens then is that your leader, your DTL, will get a hold of you, and I got my over-the-road welcome letter from my DTL, which will be out of Laredo. So what's next is he had sent me. We talked. We did a conference call. It was me, him, and another new truck driver hire, and he was just letting us know, we might have to go to Laredo. They have to find a truck for us, basically. They have to make sure there's a truck available for us. And he asked, like, when do we want to start? And I was like, Monday's fine with me, this coming Monday. So we talked on, he sent me an email on Wednesday, and he said that he's having a truck coming in for me, and he just wants to make sure it's clean and looked at and everything and up to par, and that if all is well, he'll be getting me a rental for Monday, which is tomorrow, and everything goes good, then I'll be driving to Laredo to get my truck, to move into my truck. So yeah, that's what happens next. He wants to make sure that he's around when we get there, or when I get there, whenever the new, I guess, drivers get there, so he can help us in any way he can. But yeah, also I failed to mention why we're not only just working on the trucking part of driving during the week with our TE, we are also learning the software, which is Workflow, with that does our trip for us. You keeps track of everything, our trip planning. So it seems pretty user friendly. I'm just gonna have to really, when I start using it, go from there. I did some of it. She was showing me what to do, but a lot of it's gonna be, I believe, for me, hands-on training, or just getting into it and doing it. I feel great on the road. I feel confident. And I know, like, there was somebody who questioned my confidence, and I can totally see that, because at the beginning of the week, I was not as confident, but I can say that I am confident. All right, let's move on. Says, could you also mention pay? Yes. The pay was $500 per week. And say you're not ready to go on the road on your own, or the TE either doesn't feel you are, or you don't feel like you are, you feel like you need more work with anything, you're still going to get $500 a week. You start getting paid when you start working on your own. So $500 a week. So make sure you have money saved up before you go. What truck driving school did you go to? So I went here to, it's a program out of Goodwill Industries. It's called the Good Careers Academy here in San Antonio. They have free CDL classes from Project Quest. Actually, I have the shirt on. Project Quest is the sponsor that pays for your truck driving school. And so I went totally free. I was just very blessed to have a very amazing truck driving school instructor. His name is Brandon. We're still very much in communication. Like I text him all the time, like, hey. He has his own YouTube channel. It's Brandon the CDL guy. I'll list it below. Very good people. He cares about us. Like he just wants the best for us. And again, he was, I feel like, the perfect person to be put in my journey. And so was my TE, and so was the training school instructor. Like, everybody's just placed right in my path. Let's see. What account do you plan on going on? They just told me that I was going to be doing over the road core is what Schneider says. East, and I know they told me east of the Rockies, although we were told in school like they can send us anywhere, but what they told me was east of the Rockies. And from what I understand, core means like it's going to be like you're going to know the area. It's going to be pretty much basically you're going to be going to the same areas, which is kind of cool, I think. So more to come on that because I'm not too sure. Did you have any experience before going to the training? The only experience I had was truck driving school. Truck driving school was 13. I went to the weekend classes. It was either 6 weeks or 13 weekend classes. So I went to the 13 weekends, and it was a very good curriculum. It's very well thought out with my instructor, not just to get you to the DMV test, but real life stuff. Like he didn't want to just teach us to get our license, but like more. So I feel very blessed with that. So that was the only training I had. So when you go to Schneider, okay, so I don't know if some of you know, but I first started out with Stevens Transport, and Stevens Transport after 2 days of orientation sent me home. But if you have not had school training, if it's been over 3 months, they have a refresher course with Stevens. With Schneider, there's no deadline of how long. I mean, I'm sure there is at some point, but like I had already been out of truck driving school. It was like 4 months by the time I went to Schneider, and there's no like deadline of the last time you've driven or went to truck driving school. What kind of phone am I using? Really clear picture and sound. Well, thank you. It's actually I really need a new phone, even though this is doing just what it needs to. It's an iPhone 11, and right now I have a microphone, but yeah, it was actually doing really well. I was really surprised because I couldn't be connecting my microphone every time. But yeah, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope to get a new one soon. And I'm very grateful for the phone I have. It says, let's see, can you share your pay already? So I'll share my pay later on when I start getting paid. Let's see. You drove every time for the 5 days, or you and your TE swap? So I want to say it could have been more like 75-25 or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, it could have been like 50-50 because I would drive, like after we would get the trailer, it was different. So sometimes we would get to the Costco distribution, wherever we would get the load, and then I would just drive us out of there to, like, for instance, I drove to Midland one day, and then in the morning I drove us back to Dallas, and then she drove in the afternoon, and in the morning, like we just, I guess, kind of took turns, you could say. But yeah, we did swap. Like I drove one time in the rain from one area, and then she drove us back. I think it was from Midland, and then she drove us back to Midland in the rain. So we both got a good amount of fun driving. Let's see. How many miles are you going to have to drive before they give you your own truck? So there is no like actual set miles that I'm aware of. It's just the week with your TE before they give you your own truck, and if you make the progression over the week. But I do know, like Stevens, it was going to be 6 weeks with a trainer. I'm like, I'm glad I'm at Schneider. I didn't mind sharing a space for the 1 week with my TE because I'm okay with that kind of stuff. But like for 6 weeks, or even doing teams, I just really prefer having my own space. I prefer driving alone, being alone, kind of thing. But yeah, and I know like with Prime, you have to do so many miles at the beginning. But yeah, no, at Schneider, they just give you your own truck, and I'm very grateful for that. It's working out. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. And it says, how are you doing with your OTR job? Well, we shall find out. You know, like I said, of all else, it's great. Everything works out. I should be leaving tomorrow. If not, then I'll just leave on Tuesday. My daughter is making me some blueberry bread to take with me on the road. So, you know, and I have some things to take care of here as well. So whenever, I mean, one of my Ross, my classmate, he texted me. He said he hadn't gotten a truck either yet. So I guess that's just normal. I mean, if whatever the date they give me, I'm fine with it. I'll just, you know, do some Uber here to keep making some ends meet, making some money coming in. But I know not everybody has the luxury of that. I'm grateful that I have gig work in my back pocket for these times. Yeah. But yeah, I got my laundry done. I did that today. I'm a big procrastinator. So I just waited till today to kind of get, you know, put everything together. But yeah, if y'all have any more questions, let me know. I will do my best to answer those. It's cold here in San Antonio. My younger daughter and I went in, got, we needed dog food, and I needed hair dye. I need to dye my hair. But yeah, it's really cold outside, and I love it. And as a matter of fact, my youngest brother, he bought for my birthday, for my 50th birthday, he brought me a Carhartt jacket, and it's really nice. It's, you know, I had told my mom I wanted it. I was like, hey, so she told my brother, and he got it for me. It's really nice. Let me go get it. I'll be back. So here it is. Isn't that nice? It's wash, stuck, insulated, active jack. That's what it says. Loose fit. 80 grams, 3M, thin sulate, insulation for superior warmth without the bulk. Cordura reinforced cuffs for maximum wear and tear protection. Storm cuffs for added protection. Adjustable draw cord locks in place. Let's see. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, and it's really warm. Thank you. Thank you to my brother Bobby. My little brother. Also, this came in the mail. Do you know what this is? It's a tandem stopper. We didn't really get much tandem sliding or the Catskill, because with the Costco, they have their own scales, so that's what they go by. So we didn't use the Catskills, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'll just figure it out. We'll just figure it out. But anyway, I'm gonna end this here. Thank y'all so much for being so patient with me. I really wanted to have this week to spend with my family and to get some work, and but I wanted you guys to know that, you know, I'm grateful for you guys and gals and family and friends, and thank you so much. I'm also very grateful for the other YouTubers out there, truck drivers. It was April Faith. She's so cool. I love her. She's actually somebody who inspired me. I'll put her link below. I'm sure you guys know who she is. She inspired me when I was first kind of in truck driving school. But yeah, she did a video of putting chains on her tires. Like, watching her do it, I was like, heck yeah, that's really cool, because it looks very intimidating. But I will be back with you guys here soon in a couple days. I'll find out what's going on, and as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I hope you guys are keeping warm, keeping dry, and safe, and all that good stuff. All right. Well, good night. Goodbye. See y'all soon.